Okay, so we're here with Genevieve. As you can see, her skin is really, really good. Nice, thick, not much congestion, anything like that. But Genevieve suffers a little bit with rosacea on her nose, and also something that flares up every so often on her cheeks. This has a lot to do with your diet and internal having problems with food, allergies, that kind of thing can aggravate it. Spicy foods, red wine also cause you to flare up. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give her exfoliation to give her nice new skin cells, and then we're also going to do a bit of the IPL on. The IPL will target the red veins in her skin to heat them up and break them down so the skin becomes a lot more smoother, and it's also going to help with the rosacea spots. So it'll dry them out, dry out the bacteria and clear up the area, so it'll just nicely clear that. Otherwise we don't have, just to give it a nice scrub and hydration for today. That's really the best. There's nothing much wrong. Okay, so first of all what we're going to do is we're going to do a double cleanse. So I'm using the Lumiere Purifying this time. Just a nice foamy cleanser, and it helps take out any of the excess oil and dirt on our skin. If you feel with a foamy cleanser it's not really foaming up, just add a little bit of water to it and help it. Nice and foamy. So you can always add in an exfoliator or even superficial peel just before your IPL. And after your IPL you can do LED or a mask to help it as well. You can even see already your skin is looking glowy. That tiny bit of acid in the cleanser has ate away at the superficial dead skin cells on the skin. When you see that, you know that the client needs to exfoliate a bit more in her home routine at home. So now we're going to apply my favourite exfoliator. This is magnesium salts, so it feels lovely on the skin, and your skin is glowing afterwards. And because there's a tiny bit of salicylic in this, it will eat away at any bacteria, help with any oil. Also helps with anti-inflammatory, so it helps with the redness, irritation, and eats away at the dead skin cells without being too rough on the skin. So now we're going to use balancing solution, which is Lumia's peel prep, but also it's a great way of preparing the skin for any other treatment. Now notice the way her skin turns a little bit red. This is the way her skin's reactive. It's not sensitive, but it just reacts to stuff. So for the IPL, we're going to concentrate on the cheek areas. So this helps absorb the light into the skin. It also helps keep it cool so you don't overheat the skin. And also it acts as a little bit of cushion so that you're not putting too much pressure onto the skin. Don't forget, with IPL, you push it into the skin, you push the chromophore away, which means that's the target. You're pushing it away. So you need a light, gentle pressure on the skin. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not going to start the treatment until I count down from 3.
Mm-hmm.
After 3 you'll feel a mild elastic band flick, but it won't feel uncomfortable or anything like that. You have lovely big eyebrows, but I need to cover them. So. Okay, so when you're placing the head, we're working over just the cheek area, so you want to make sure you're perfectly in line with the skin and not too much pressure. So see, that's too much pressure and that's sitting on the skin, just sitting on the gel. So 1, 2, 3. How did that feel? On a scale of 1 to 10?
4.
Okay, perfect. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Has that gotten hotter?
Slightly.
Yeah. So what you find is the more you work over the area, the shots are going to feel warmer because the skin is already preheated. So you don't just up the settings when a client doesn't feel it at the start. You do a few more shots and then you decide. Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're trying to get at the rosacea and the breakouts she gets. So it's going to feel a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to start on this side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So with IPL you can go over the area a second time. You just need to find out the areas of concern. Also what this will do is, because it stimulates collagen, it's anti-aging, but it also strengthens the area so the capillaries won't break as easily. So it's good preventive for people who suffer with broken capillaries. How did that feel? Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Does it feel hot anywhere?
It feels warm, but it's not bad, no.
So if the client feels it's stinging or very uncomfortable, then you need to cool the area because that's not a good sign. And already we can see the bumps on her nose have gone smaller from that. Now put on a calming serum that hydrates and helps with redness and now I'm just going to put on an SPF that's nice and tinted. So this is an oil-free one because her skin, you can see, has nice enough oiliness for itself. It doesn't need any extra. So any of your clients with oily skin, focusing on hydrating them rather than increasing oil production.